All right, my people. Thank you for joining us on our Tri-State Trends podcast. We have the distinct privilege and the honor of having the coach, Marc Tirolia, president of The Chosen Ones, board member growing very fast with his company of Family First Life, The Chosen Ones, and one of my favorite people. He's very introspective, has a lot of ideas, is very unique in the way he goes about his ideas, has a lovable, team, warm approach, but understands business. So, Mr. Tirolia, Coach, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you, my man, and love what we're doing, building this thing, growing together. I'm excited for the things you got going on, which we will definitely divulge here. But what I'd like to do, because we started off the year with you, if you recall, on the bullpen and on the training day, because of kind of what you've done and what you've been doing, and we've kind of called our shot, saying 2023 was going to be the big grandiose. Like, you've put in all the seasonings, you put in all the vegetables, all the beef, the meat, the stew. It's brewing, and now it's time for it to cook. So. But there's some things that you decided to do that'll have allowed you to be in this position of the growth that you're experiencing. One of those things that I distinctly remember was you biting down on, at the time, was a brand new concept, which was, to us at least, was telesales. And I remember calling you that Saturday. I remember calling you and saying, yo, this thing is new, is different, is live, but it's something that is gonna have legs. And I remember you jumping right in. And so I said, who do you have? And you said, Josh Harris. And I mean, it's like, you didn't waste no time. Like, you understood it. And you said to me at the time that this is a highway to heaven. And it's like, we've been feeling that same thing for the last 12 months. It was just about how long we've been working on this thing and optimizing this thing and growing this thing. Your entire team bit down. Why was that such a good decision, Mark?
Well, it was a good decision because it made sense, and I seen that you need in order to stay with the times, right? You need to pivot, and I think that was the future, and I didn't want to get left behind. And I noticed how, even at my practice company, the owner told me, hey, look, if I was able to do this all over again and do it on the phone, I would do it on the phones. And that stuck with me. So when you called me and told me that, I'm like, wow, this is it. This is the next innovative campaign that's going to evolutionize our business as far as growth. And then when you started telling me about, how we could build on it as far as training and recruiting, I'm like, whoa, this is it. This is what we've been looking for the last 3-4 years to help grow our agency faster and easier. Me, I'm a dinosaur. I consider myself a dinosaur, right, in the industry. This will be my 12th year, Mark, right? Uh-huh. And when I remember when training agents, I would have to take them in my car, one at a time. And now having the luxury of getting on Zoom, on live dials, and having 7 brand new agents on board that Friday, go through the boot camp Saturday, Sunday, and jump on live dials with me on Monday, all 7 gets the same training that they would get if one came ride with me one at a time in a car. Because I remember this person. So what I used to do, Mark, I used to have to make up to work to give them assignments for them to wait. Okay, I'm going in the field with this guy today. Tomorrow I'll go in with you. So make sure you have A, B, C, D checked off, making sure. Now I have to do that, Mark. Right. Now they can make money Tuesday now instead of waiting for me.
Right.
So I think that it was like a no-brainer. It was like, it made all the sense in the world, man. And it's all about taking advantage of great ideas. And I took advantage of that great idea you had.
Well, I mean, I just stole it from someone else, but at the end of the day, it's swept through Family First Life, it's swept through the tri-state country. I will say, the ability to train everyone at once that's a different animal.
Yes.
In and of itself. The efficiency on that is crazy, but also the ability to recruit to the platform. Because what's agents' biggest fear?
The biggest fear is knowing the unknown. And for them to see it in real time, seeing people making dials in real time, that makes them more comfortable.
Right. And having that. Now, you put a new agent on live dial, and who's on there with them?
Who's on the live dial with them? Oh, everybody. All the agents. You have your leaders, you have your top producers, your Hall of Famers. Everyone is there, present.
Yeah.
To assist.
And then who's coaching the new agent? All those people.
Right.
That's different. That's a different level of confidence. It's like going into a fight or a brawl with your big brother. You feel more confident. Yeah. Good, bad, or indifferent. And, on top of that, though, you have this idea that, hey, this is a different way to scale a company. Which you're experiencing that now. Because we had the live dial. The live dial had energy. The live dial energy went away. We had to resuscitate the live dial, which is work. And then now we're thriving in the live dial, but we're optimizing while we're thriving so that we don't have to resuscitate it again. You've watched the whole thing because your agency jumped in day one. Tell me what your version of that was.
So it's just like a rubber band. When you pull a rubber band back, what they call it, slingshot. So sometimes you have to step back or go backwards in order to have some momentum, big mo, moving forward. So I think what we did, we was learning the live dials at the same time everybody else was. And I think now we have the right people in place, the right energy in place, and we have the systems, right? Because we have the gene and all. No, I forgot. I cannot not mention the genies. One of the biggest obstacles we had in the beginning, even before live dials, agents not knowing how to quote or going with the right carriers. Now we have a genie on live dial that's able to assist you in real time. Now that's game changer for you guys who's brand new and get confused. There's no more confusion. We have someone that's going to assist you right away. So I think taking the full advantage of that system when it comes to training, recruiting to the live dials. For example, I had a brand new agent that was really, really. They was in the fork of the road. They didn't know which company to join. When I introduced them to live, I said, "Come in here and meet me in room 13." They stayed on live dials and witnessed the whole thing and said, "Mark, we don't need to talk anymore." I love the environment. I love the culture.
Right.
Yes, let's do this. So that's one of the advantages of it, man. That's what I love about it.
That's good.
They see the good, bad, and ugly in real time.
Yeah.
So it's less talking that I have to do when it comes to training and convincing them that this is the right opportunity, right space.
It's a transfer of confidence in minutes, if not hours, as opposed to days or weeks. Like we know the field model, no knock, and built us all. The confidence transfers longer, because of, what you kind of have to do. And for people to be doing what they're doing now, y'all are having record weeks.
Yes.
Y'all are having a record month, biggest month ever. When you think about the ability to dial in different time zones, right? Because you're sitting in from wherever you are, your cubicle, your office, your home, and the ability to dial in 50 states, which makes lead accessibility off the charts. And then you think about scaling with everything we already talked about, training, recruiting to the platform. What kind of juices start flowing?
Let me tell you why I'm really excited about what you just said. because we had a bunch of part-time agents coming on board, and they couldn't get a schedule going. So now we're on live dial. We have a midnight shift. We call it Midnight Madness. So you could get your license in Hawaii or California, and after you're doing this part-time now, right?
Yeah.
So we have a shift for you from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. You could take full advantage of live dials and have someone still mentoring,
8
coach you.
p.m. to midnight.
Yes.
Love that's amazing.
Yes.
So you're saying
So we have people
that's a different animal.
So Mark, I don't know if you caught that. We have people that was not writing anything until they figured out, okay, you know what? This is an extra jewel for myself. I can make an extra 4 or 5 families a month, and that's, that adds up, man. That's why we're having record-breaking months now, because of the part-timers joining in.
Got it. Wow. That's significant.
Yes.
An 8 to 12 shift, an 8 p.m. to midnight shift, which allows you to take your attention to the West Coast and to the what is Hawaii? Is it Hawaii time?
Hawaii is 6 hours away. 6 hours from
I know,
our
but
time.
is that called Hawaii time? What is that
Hawaii
called?
time, yes.
Yeah. Which allows you to, like, the bandwidth, Mark, for any, like, if I'm a new agent, how does this not excite me? In other words, I may not do the 8 to 12 shift, but I have the option to do the 8 to 12 shift. So part-time or full-time, with the mentorship, with the training, with the lead accessibility, with the ability to dial and kind of create my own time. If I can create my own time, I can create my own money. The boy makes his own, he's got his own money. We need that soundbite from Coming to America. But, like, that's different, bro. That's very different. The performance that you're seeing from some of your top people on there that are doing, first off, what is a respect for a full-timer? What is a good amount of presentations in a day? And what are you seeing from a success rate, closing rate, families helped rate, with that amount of presentations?
Okay, so I would use the baseball numbers. I say 3 out of 10. If you could get at least 10 presentations in, you should at least be able to help 3 to 4 families.
Jeez, that's a day or
presentations. Now,
how do you want to? So
for us, a full presentation is being able to give them options. That's a full presentation. And one of the things that
price options,
right? That's a full presentation. Now, we try to make at least 100, 200 dials a day. That equates to 10 to 15 presentations a day.
How many dials a day?
100 to 200.
Got it. So that equals 10 to 15 presentations.
Yes.
So the bare minimum on presentations for a full-timer is what?
A day?
Yeah.
10 to 12 presentations, full-timer.
That's pretty strong. Yeah. So that's people coming out of this thing with a minimum of 2 sales a day on average if they're full-time. What would you say would be provoking someone that is full-time from making 10 presentations a day?
Not knowing that they had the option to do it. Not having the vision.
What?
Not having the vision, not knowing that they can do it.
So there's two cans here. There's the permission, like I get to do this. And then there's the can I do this? Which one are you referring to?
Well, both.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I talk to people, a lot of agents, and I ask them, hey, look, what's your goal? They'll give me a goal. And I ask them, why is that your goal? They'll tell me, because A, B, C reason. And I'm like, you know what? It's either they doubt themselves or they don't believe that they can do it. Okay, if I told you that if you do this, that, you could double your sales, would you be able to do that? You sure I'd be able to do that? Yes, just doubling your activity. It's a numbers game. Okay, now I done planted a seed in their head that they can do it. All they got to do is double whatever they were doing before to make that number. So a lot of people I don't think they know that they can do it. That's
crazy to me.
Yeah, they don't think they can do it.
That's great. I understand which can you're talking about right now, which is that's insane.
Yeah.
So the permission to. Hey, you have the permission to be great, which is real.
It is.
That's real in life. You know, people aren't sure that they have the permission to be great. You have the permission to do 10 presents. You have the permission to make 200 dials.
Let me
Do you believe, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you believe the permission is more restrictive than the will?
Yes.
Wow.
Let me tell you why. Because I'm having flashbacks now. I remember when I was in high school when I played fullback now. Remember I played fullback. Brand new coach came from Tennessee, came and said, Mark, how do you feel that you're going to be the first 1,000 rusher in Dade County history? I'm like, what? He put the belief in me. He told me I could do it.
Permission.
Yes, permission. Now, guess what? Guess how much rushes I had that year?
How many?
2. I only had 2 rushes, but I knew I could do it. I was ready. I was ready. I had 2 rushes for 4 yards that whole season. The whole season. I was just, but he put it in me, and I was ready. And the way I practiced, I was prepared to do it anytime.
Wow.
Yes.
That's different.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Plant that seed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I think that I never really looked at it like that. I assume they have the permit, like they know they have the permission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always practicing. I'm always working on the will.
Yes.
I never worked on the I can or I have permission. I don't know if I've ever worked on that before with people, but that's good. That's a great takeaway for me. You're working on that.
Yes, I am, definitely.
And the will.
Yes.
Okay. So talk to me about the will then.
The will. Man, it's this is how I see it, Mark. I used to wake up in the morning figuring out how can I be better for the team? How can I make the team better? Mm-hmm. My whole mindset changes. You know what? How can I make myself better? If I make myself better, then I can make my team better. I can make my team more viable. So that's my mindset now, right now.
I love it. Listen, man, this is the prelude to a training day podcast we're going to record, but this is a barn burner. I mean, just listening closely to Marc Tirolia's psychology on what you're able to do out there for you and your family is huge. Thank you, Marc, for trending with me in the booth in New Jersey, all the way from the 305. My man, Coach. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
God bless y'all. Keep listening. Thank God.